Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that as well as the team that they're facing in order to try and advance?
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
To kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he more than did his part, the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Looking to throw. Freeman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Freeman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now Minshew. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Freeman. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Off play action. Freeman. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake, Freeman rolling to his right, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Effective.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To throw on third down. Freeman. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Powers over it.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
$21-0 our score after 1.
Dolphins 21, Browns nothing.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to Chubb. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Minshew. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Oh, it stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
recon, 132 fighter.
Check 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's go.
On second down, it's Edwards, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big fella. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Throwing again. Freeman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, Freeman. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw on second down. Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Going up top for Miller. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the give, this is their fullback. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, and they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
57's Mike 57.
To throw on 2nd down. Freeman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
57's the Mike. 57.
A final shot before break. Freeman. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A final shot before break. Freeman, his throw incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Browns 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Freeman. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Off
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, Freeman. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking to throw. Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and goal, Minshew. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Freeman.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
50 seconds, right? Don't get nervous. 50 seconds.
Looking to throw on second down. Freeman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
50 seconds. 50 seconds. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Freeman. He may try and run for this. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, Freeman. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 20.
Miami set to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Another run with Gaskin. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. General West.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew, and his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 42 yards out. Sanders' kick is good.
The kick is,
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
52. Browns 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he fires one, but incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plans, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's up and good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
57 to Mike. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. I got you. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Throwing on first down. Freeman. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, tight down. There you go.
From the gun, Freeman. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
To throw on second down. Freeman caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Browns on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Freeman. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going going deep this time for Miller. He's got a man, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
Good.
As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
60 outlaw. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, box drop, box drop. 56, Mike, 56. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Get that quarterback and all come. Leo. Hey, Jack. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
He was covered.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew. He's going to try and go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moment. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Going deep here for Parker. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Talk. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. Help. Watch the twist.
From the gun, Freeman over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
First
10.
catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air on second down. Freeman gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Browns first down.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Christian Wilkins in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again, to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Thank you.